Plants vs. Zombies. A tower defense game released in 2009 that was absolutely gigantic in the school computer lab scene. A competitive nightmare hellscape where you showed who was the real man at the school playground. Being the absolute beta male that I was in elementary school, I was completely unable to beat the browser demo before getting sent to timeout for playing video games on the school PC. Now as an adult, with no social life and the gaming skills of a professional Kirby's Epic Yarn player, I have come back to claim the throne as the Plants vs. Zombies king. Back to the game, not to the school. Chris Hansen might have something to say about that. But in order to prove myself the greatest lawn care company on this side of the Mississippi, I would have to go beyond just beating the game. You see, the way the game works is an army of zombies come to your lawn in order to eat your brains. Your one tool of self-defense? Your extremely well-kept lawn that makes seeds pop up almost instantaneously. Now the way you plant these seeds is with sun, and there are two ways to get it. One with sunflowers and the other is, well, the sun. I decided the only way I could truly prove myself would be to cut the US sun economy into a fraction of what it was in elementary school, and completely disallow sunflowers and sun shrooms, meaning the only way of acquiring sun is through patience and self-reflection. This is the No Sunflower Plants vs. Zombies challenge. The pea shooter is our bread and butter. We will use this pretty much throughout the entire game. They shoot at the zombies with peas. And that's pretty much it. Using it, we will take out our first set of zombies and be rewarded with the coveted sunflower. However, unbeknownst to the game, I can never be convinced to use it because I promised I would do this without sunflowers. No! Wait, no! Wait, no! I am almost instantaneously convinced to use it as the game attempts to seduce me with a bright arrow pointing directly at the sunflower. Knowing better than to give up on my sunflower virginity before marriage, I put the sunflower back down and finished the second tutorial level. As the levels go by, the zombie army grows stronger, older, wiser. So old and wise, in fact, that this guy put the neighborhood cone on his head to protect himself from bullets. And I promise you, only a senile old man would think that'd actually help. Now with our limited legion of pea shooters due to the sunflower crash of 08, it becomes increasingly difficult to break the zombies' defenses before they bore our plants. Because of this, our lawnmowers are a massive asset as they will wipe out an entire lane of zombies in one fell swoop. However, it's only once per lane per level, so it isn't an end-all be-all, which means we need something to buy us time and keep the stronger zombies at bay while we collect sun. In comes the walnut. And yes, this is a pun, unfortunately. This is the second most important seed in our run, and it will buy us some time and help us kill things like cone heads and other more durable enemies. From here on, the first zone runs pretty smoothly. We place down pea shooters as needed and reinforce them with walnuts, and the insta-kill mines we soon acquire help us with the even older and even more senile bucket head Zambos. These are almost impossible to kill without the help of potato mines at this level, but luckily they aren't too common, and with some good nut placement, we can easily play around them. Now to give some context on how the game is set up, it's split into 5 zones and 10 levels each. Zone 2 is a nighttime zone that's depriving our well-kept lawn of any good sunlight, meaning that without sunshrooms, we have no supply of sun. Luckily, the game provides us with a mushroom that conveniently costs 0 sun, but they are only active at night. Because we are only given a base 50 sun, and we have no way of producing sun, we can't do anything but plant shrooms. Don't do drugs, by the way, kids. So for the entirety of the night, we pretty much just spam mushrooms over and over again. Surprisingly, this method actually works pretty well. Not even Uncle Touchy stands a chance against us. I'm amazed the devs even allowed this to happen. Is this legal? Devs usually hate fun. It's really impressive that they allow you to do so many different things with the sheer number of plants. Well, that is until the Screen Door Nation does a relentless attack on one lane, pounding at our front lawn, tearing apart my mushroom farm like it's a goddamn drug bust. Stop coming down this same lane with your stupid shield! If there's anything I hate in this world, it's screen doors. The way that they creak when they close, the people that use them. I hate everyone that has a screen door outside their house. Fuck you. If you have a screen door outside of your house, fucking die. I also have a screen door, by the way. And after the screen door people attack, I lose my first set of brains. However, this was simply the calm before the storm. For what awaited me in the near future was far more terrifying. Football players, Olympic athletes, even Elvis Presley himself came back from the dead for a visit. The zombies are a relentless breed, and they will not give up until they receive my backup brains. And this was only the beginning, for the zombies don't just come from the front, they also come from the back. Now Zone 3 is where things really start to pick up, and the zombies come at your back extremely hard and fast. Seeing as it's back to daytime, we have our supply of sun. However, my kiddie pool that for whatever reason stretches the entire length of my backyard is a huge weak point, because I can't plant seeds directly in the water, and I have to use lily pads. Now for levels 1 and 2, we employ many similar tactics to what we use in Zone 1. Walnuts to buy us time, potato mines to insta-kill senile old boomers, pretty smooth sailing. Or at least it was until... Because we have now lost our get out of jail free card for the pool, we end up having to get a little creative. What if we put down a walnut and got the zombies to stack up on said walnut so we could use the lawnmower to kill them all at once? I call it the nut mower, aka the circumcision. However, being that the circumcision technique was a quick patch job that I used out of sheer desperation to get through level 2, it didn't end up actually being a viable strategy long term, and level 3 showed me that. So I came up with a brand new technique that I patented, the nut squash. We build a wall and then throw a nuke over the border on any fool is dumb enough to stack close to it. This is by far one of our most sun efficient combos, with its only downside being its setup cost. 4 lily pads and 2 walnuts cost 200 sun total, and at 25 sun per 10 seconds, that's almost a minute and a half worth of supplies. However, once it's set up, we can do things like this. Monster kill! Bidding level 3 gives us yet another insta-kill plant. This one only costs 25 sun, but it can only be used in the kiddie pool, and it only kills 1 zombie. Even so, it's an extremely useful seed when you gotta clean the kiddie pool of any senile old pedophiles. Level 4 goes pretty smoothly between using kelp to drag zombies underwater and squashing zombie nuts. After this, we unlock the shop, which allows us to buy a pool cleaner, which does what a lawnmower does but in the pool. And on top of that, we can buy a rake, which does this. The observant among you may realize that I'm gonna skip level 5 again. Reason being, because it's a level that gives you seeds to plant, so the challenge doesn't really apply. Thus it's not relevant to the anime plotline. Same with the 10th levels. Now the rest of Zone 3 goes pretty smoothly with a couple minor hiccups while we try to figure out how to handle this really counterproductive snowplow that puts snow on the ground, and also the zombie dolphin that jumps over the first thing it encounters. The former we kill with a spike trap, and the latter we deal with by just praying to the gods. Unfortunately, no amount of prayer would get me through what Zone 4 had in store for me. The first 2 levels of the night zone aren't bad at all because we get access to the sea shrooms. These are another 0 cost shroom, but we can spam these in the water. Combined with the puff shrooms, we can build quite the plant army. However, when facing the balloon zombie, none of it matters. These zombies have the ability to fly over every plant except for the ones that are specifically tailored to deal with it, like the cactuar plant. But because I'm a shut-in who plays stupid challenges in a child's video game, I have no means of purchasing these plants, so they are impossible to kill. Was a no sunflower run really possible? Did I just waste 5 hours of my life on an impossible task? Maybe I shouldn't have been playing Plants vs. Zombies while I was supposed to be researching if a fish can drown. Have I been put in metaphorical timeout again? I was supposed to be king, damn it! No. Can't give up yet, I have to find a way. I decided to persevere. Now here's the situation. The balloon zombies aren't actually all that common, so that's one advantage we have. The second is this thing in quantum physics called quantum entanglement. It has demonstrated that 2 objects that are completely physically separate from each other can still be connected and interact in ways. Now, no one has any idea how it actually fucking works, but it allows the lawnmower on the ground to kill the balloon zombie in the air. So it works for me. What that means is that all we have to do is to keep playing and hope that at some point the balloon zombies will go down different lanes when they spawn. End me. Level 3 actually goes pretty well. Only 2 balloon zombies spawn, and both of them go down separate lanes, so we make it past. Level 4 gives us a lot more trouble, and we end up dying on 3 separate occasions. Ironically, Only one of those deaths was to the balloon zombie dilemma, and one of which I just quit. Now for level 6 through 8, the balloon zombies get moved from the hands of the graveyard, so these levels were easy for a Megamind tactician such as myself. In level 9, that all changes. So like, I did have a tale here of all the shit that went down in level 4 and 9, but turns out you have to click the start recording button before you start playing. So I missed some clips that were kind of vital to this part of the video. So like, y'all are just gonna have to make do with what I put together here, cause I don't know what happened. And God, do I hate getting my ass ate. It's like the worst thing you could ever have happen to you. I hate everything. I'm just an angry person in general. How did he get this smart? And my answer, freedom. Freedom is the way that you get this intelligent. In Zone 5, the zombies get creative and decide to attack your roof. How did they get a ladder up against the back of a house without having access to the backyard? Who knows? But the roof comes with a couple twists. It's slanted, so straight shooting plants like the pea shooter won't cut it. Our best friend pea shooter will have to be benched. To be honest, by this point I was already the Plants vs. Zombie king, because only a genius would be able to integrate quantum physics into his lawnmower, and because of this, Zone 5 goes extremely smooth, to the point where it's almost kinda memeable. The only struggle I had was figuring out that you can put a lawnmower on your roof, but once I get them, I beat almost every level first try. The only trouble I had after that was with the damn Team Rocket zombies blasting my plants to the moon, and I figured out an easy way to counter that next time. Even when we encountered Dwayne the Rock Zombie, I managed to kill him with ease, and I don't even break a sweat. Please crush it. What the? He tanked it! How? This guy's a god. What the? He's so good! Even with Zone 5 being super easy, I have to say, the devs did something back in 2009 that is not so common today, which is give you options on how you want to play and let you have fun with the potential for varying playstyles with the number of seeds that it provides. Plus, I think the whole aesthetic of Plants vs. Zombies is also adorbs, and personally I love art styles like this in my games even though it's technically for kids. I'm still a kid at heart, so that's okay. But enough surface level analysis. Now that I have accomplished my goal, I shall take my reward. Please and thank you, game. Okay, we did it! We did it! We did it! Boys! That's it! Wait a second. You're telling me I went through all that trouble of beating the game without sunflowers to get a second place trophy? And my trophy is shaped like a goddamn sunflower? I'm out of here. It's some fucking bullshit. Trash ass. Like the video.